We Are Network. You're actually at the Boss Realty office. It just kind of worked out good that way to do this.
Yeah.
So just jump right in. Bob, you want to explain the We Are Network a little bit?
Sure, yeah. The We Are Network is, I think we're most well known for our live streaming of events, like mostly sporting events, but the real passion and the drive behind the We Are Network is to build community, to highlight and spotlight the positive aspects of small town life. So we started in Grantsburg in 2017, quickly moved to, I think we went to Luck and then Siren, and then we got Unity and St. Croix Falls and Webster and Frederick, and then
You guys are to Amory now too, right?
yeah. So we went from 1 to 3 to 7 to 10 to now we're at 15.
Wow.
So yeah, in about 3 years. So it's a really popular service that we provide, and we just love it. I love it. Like, especially during the last year and this last sports season.
How did the pandemic impact the We Are Network and like youth sports?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to unpack with that, but thankfully we had sports, high school sports here in Wisconsin. So, and thankfully we were in a position that the schools that we were serving kind of didn't have to worry about the live streaming piece because
you guys were already there.
We were there, and other schools didn't have that luxury. They were kind of scrambling and kind of didn't know what to do, and I saw a lot of them pull it off just fine, but we took that off the plate of a lot of the schools that we were a part of. So we were thankful for that. We were able to kind of expand what we normally do and what we're actually good at. We expanded into kind of the lower level high school and some middle school stuff. We couldn't promise that we would be able to get to everything, but our guys and gals that do the actual videoing and live streaming and their boots on the ground kind of, they were phenomenal, and they were so helpful. Like, they would do the JV game, or they would do the C squad game, or sometimes the 7th and 8th grade basketball. So I'm super thankful for them. They're the ones who really made a lot of that possible.
That's awesome.
So
so what brought you to Northwest Wisconsin?
Sure. Well, that's
was the We Are Network like something you were thinking of, like in the background, or were you doing something similar?
Yeah, actually, I was. I feel like my whole life has led to this moment. Really, we moved to Grantsburg, and if you've got a second, this is kind of the origin story and why I love small towns so much. We moved to Grantsburg in like 91, and my dad was a postmaster, so he had taken over from a legendary postmaster up there. Anyway, there was somebody else who wanted that job too, and he kind of brought some allegations against my dad, like financial stuff. Okay. And my dad was removed as postmaster. It takes just a second, but he was removed with pay while the investigation went on. We had been in Grantsburg for maybe, I don't know, my parents would be able to tell, but I remember being there for only like 6 months maybe. And my dad had become part of the community that quick, or the community really embraced our family in that quick of a fashion. And then these people, like, they went to bat for my dad and for my family with this big organization called the United States Postal Service, and told them like how great my dad is and all that. So my dad eventually got cleared of all wrongdoing. We knew that was going to happen. He didn't do anything wrong. It was like expenditures, like spending too much money on eating out or some stupid thing like that. But with the help of the community, the town rallying around, that's really the point. The town rallied around my family without love small towns. So fast forward, I don't know, 15, or I don't know how long it took, but then I started working. I was in high school at that point, or 8th grade, and then started working, in my adult life, and got involved with the radio station doing play-by-play. Yep. I wrote for the newspaper, sold for the radio station, sold for the newspaper. So it was always kind of around me. Even back in high school, there was we had a great teacher. His name is Dennis Allman. A lot of people can pinpoint their start. People like me, where he gave us that kind of, we could scratch that itch and found out that we really liked this kind of stuff.
Push to do it.
Yeah, or just the opportunity to see. And so started doing that, and then I had the idea for We Are Grantsburg back in 2011. I was driving home from Cameron to Grantsburg, stopped at that gas station that's no longer there on 63 and whatever, 48 in Cumberland.
Yep.
And I had this epiphany, like, of We Are Grantsburg and what it was going to be. It basically started out as a blog, and we did some, and then I brought the radio replay on there. So that's how it turned out. Started community news. I did that for a couple years. Then we moved to like the suburbs of Chicago for 5 years.
Okay.
Because we thought we might have more opportunities
in a bigger area.
Totally false.
Yeah.
Like that's what we thought. Found totally different. Moved back to Grantsburg, and when we made the decision to move, I said, "Well, I'll fire We Are Grantsburg back up and see, make a few bucks, maybe find a job." Renee, my wife, is a physical therapist; she can find a job anywhere, kind of thing.
Yeah.
They were in demand, and so that's that. Started We Are Grantsburg back up. Did one video live stream down in St. Croix Falls for a volleyball game, and the rest is kind of history. People, love watching high school sports. And one thing is, like, I don't know, we're in such turmoil, I feel like, as a country, and it seems like it's just, everything is so heated, and there's so much, like,
drama.
None of this, there's no drama, and just like,
just
tribalism, and like
having a dialect and actually just talking about something.
We can't just talk about stuff. It's got to be, this is where my flag's planted, this is where mine is, and we cannot possibly.
Right.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're neighbors. I don't know your politics, you don't know my politics.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know your religion, you don't know my religion. But we can still be friends. Right. We can and we can sit next to each other in the stand and say, yeah, go.
Yeah, we're all rooting for it. Even if it's not the same team, we're still rooting for the same good game, the same sport or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe you're on the other side of the gym as me, and we're rooting hard for our teams, but then afterwards we're standing down there on the gym floor and just having a conversation.
When sports kind of came back after things were shut down, this pandemic thing and everything else, like when football started and then high school sports, even all that stuff, it just kind of brought the little bitty sense of like normalcy back. It was kind of like, all right, cool, I can like watch something, I can do something that I would have done before. Yeah. And then now it's back, and it felt good to like root for something. Yes. And not against something, or you're just go team go. Right.
Yeah. That's really well said. I think that's in the hearts of people. I'm from Grantsburg, so I'm a pirate, and I love the Pirates and this kind of thing. You're from you went to Unity. You bleed blue and red like normal people, I guess. That's what you do. But like
go Eagles.
You're go Eagles, and like I'm gonna root against. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna root for Grantsburg to beat Unity, and it's fun. But when Unity beats Seattle, I got a little smile on my face because I know you're happy.
The rivalry is half the fun.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't for the rivalry, I don't think it would sometimes be as fun because what's a homecoming game if you're not rooting against the other team to lose or whatever,
Yeah, exactly. It feels better when it's somebody from your country. My homecoming game when I played football was against New Auburn. We have maybe played New Auburn once now in the history of Grantsburg. It was great because we actually won the game, but it was the first homecoming that we won in like 22 years or something. Just side note. They win a lot now, but not when I was in school. But the rivalry, the fun, and the excitement, and So again, I think that's what the We Are Network is most known for, is the high school sports, and that's cool. But I want you to know, like that's a means to the end, like an end, because I love these small towns, and
it brings the communities together.
Like Unity, the Unity community. I mean, I know it's made up of three towns in the surrounding area, but it's still like we can rally around Unity, and Luck can rally around Luck and be proud of their school, and all the schools that we have. All these towns and these schools have something special to offer. I mean, none of it, we get lumped in north of 8. Some of it, but it's like every town has something cool and special and things they can celebrate. So that's what I like to kind of bring out.
Yeah, I'd love to bring them all together. And it's great to see it live. Live streamed on Facebook and stuff. Because there's so many to be able to like cover 15 schools. Yeah, that's that's a lot of legwork
Yeah.
too. So you have to have the right people in the right places.
Yeah, treat every town as its own special thing. And
Sure.
because it was suggested to me early on, like maybe I should just go do like a game of the week type of a thing. Because you know, I have a lot of experience with the play-by-play, so it'd be kind of cool. Okay, Bob's coming to this game or whatever. That's not the vision. The vision is to like empower some people to do the games there. Because as much as I do love all the towns and schools and administration and the kids, I can't love it as much as like you would love Unity. You know what I mean?
So do you have people from those schools?
Yeah.
Are your videographers and they're filming it and doing all that?
Most of the time. Sometimes it's somebody has to, and people are sometimes afraid of embarrassing themselves. And and all they have to do is listen to any single broadcast that I do and say, "Oh, I could do that." But
that's cool that you're empowering that district of sorts, you know, to kind of, or those kids or those people.
Yeah, sometimes it's kids like Unity. We had a kid do it for the last couple of years. He did a good job. Ethan Tyler's his name. He's going off to college now. So, but yeah, sometimes we have kids who have an interest. Sometimes we have like retired educators or retired coaches. They come in and they do a phenomenal job. They know the sports, they know the kids and the families and the history. I mean, we have been so fortunate, so blessed with the people that have come alongside and done that.
Well, I think it's a great service that you guys provide. That's why I'm a happy, proud sponsor of for a couple districts. And happy to do it and continue the mission of bringing the community together. Yeah, well, sponsors, I mean, thank you for sponsoring it. That's the only revenue we have. We don't charge the end user. We don't charge the schools. And it's driven by sponsors. So when you guys see those sponsors at the bottom of the screen, seriously, please tell them how much you appreciate them, because without them, we cannot do it. There are a lot of expenses that people don't realize or know about. Absolutely. On my side. And we can't do it without people like you. So I really appreciate you. And you're pretty new, like within the last few months, you jumped on board, and it's been great. Yeah, so. Absolutely. All right, we'll wrap it up. And thank you for watching. Yeah. Thank you, Bob. All right. Thank you.